today Paul wanted to come on and talk about the different government loans, basically the government insured loans like FHA, financial housing, federal housing, the VA, the veterans, and then the USDA loans, which are more rural. So we're going to go ahead and let Paul jump into that. Paul, welcome to the program.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, government programs is something I wanted to touch upon today. I mean, it is, they're very, very popular mortgage programs in any market, in particular this market where, things are a little unique. So I would say, of all my clients right now, I would say probably at least half, if not 60%, go with some form of government program. So I would say the vast majority of people use these programs daily. The most common, which I think most people are aware of or at least heard of, are the FHA, the Federal Housing Authority loans. And, they're very popular for first-time home buyers. I mean, obviously they're geared more toward, maybe lower income, lower credit score potentially, or people who want to put down less money buying a home. So I would say for first-time home buyers, especially multifamily homes, it's the number one product for multifamily homes, first-time home buyer. The reason being is it only requires 3.5% down, which, again, is a slam dunk there. And you can go from a 1 to a 4 unit property. I think most people who get into this type of program realize that this is a way for them to get into a home in the short term. They can also use rental income to help them qualify with FHA loans. You said minimum down payment, credit score. Usually you don't need about between 580 and 600. So the credit score requirements aren't too bad. And these are loans that the government backs. So lenders are very comfortable writing these loans. The guidelines, in general, they're lower income because the debt to income ratio, they'll allow you to go a little bit higher. In general, not to be too numbers oriented, but they'll go up to 56.99% DTI. And most programs are at 50 or less. So essentially what that means is, all your debt can be more than half of what you make a month before taxes. So people like this program. Another program I wanted to touch upon as well would be the VA program. VA is to me, number one program out there. Obviously, you have to be a veteran or you have to be married to a veteran or some association with a veteran. So it is a little bit more selective. But with the VA programs, again, it's actually no down payment requirement. So technically, it's 100% financing, which is very desirable. And it's for 1 to 4 unit properties, owner occupied, of course. You can use rental income to qualify. But the other part of this that's very, very, very attractive is that there's no PMI. So with the VA loan, they actually absorb it. They take care of it for the veteran, so you don't have to pay this additional expense each month. So most people who are veterans, I would say almost every situation they would go with this program because of that. Obviously less down payment, no PMI. The USDA program, and that is the more rural areas. So what happens is every state has certain towns and communities where they're approved. Like for example, Rhode Island, I've done a couple in like Foster, Hopkinton, certain parts of the state, a little more rural. What these programs are geared for, the government programs, they're similar to FHA, but they actually have a situation where there's no money down, 100% financing as well for first-time home buyers or even repeat buyers in certain circumstances. So this is a program out there, very, it's a good program. Rates are very good. Obviously, the only difference between this and VA was VA has no PMI because of the veteran. This one does have PMI, but it's similar to what PMI would be for an FHA loan. So it's not like it's a crazy monthly figure. It's consistent with FHA guidelines for the PMI.